Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. Some artists create music, others create worlds, and a very few tear holes in our reality, showing us the darkness that lies beneath. This is the case file of Prince Rogers Nelson, the musical genius who waged a very public war against the industry, and whose private life became a labyrinth of conspiracy theories. Was he just a brilliant eccentric, or was he a prophet who was silenced for trying to warn us? The first war was for his own name. In 1993, at the height of his fame, he publicly declared himself a slave to his record label, Warner Brothers. He appeared with the word scrawled on his cheek and abandoned the name Prince, adopting an unpronounceable symbol. He claimed the industry was a system of indentured servitude, where artists were stripped of ownership of their own work. He wasn't just fighting for royalties, he was fighting for his soul, trying to break free from a system he saw as fundamentally corrupt. He warned other artists, if you don't own your masters own you. This was the first glimpse of a man who saw a hidden power structure and was willing to sacrifice his own identity to expose it. But his rebellion went deeper than contracts. It ventured into the prophetic. In a 2009 interview, he calmly discussed the phenomenon of chemtrails, claiming the government was spraying chemicals on its own population, turning the sky from blue to gray. He spoke of it not as a theory, but as a fact, something he saw every day. Even more chillingly, fans unearthed a 1998 interview where, while discussing a new song, he casually mentions Osama bin Laden getting ready to bomb. 3 years later, the world changed forever. Was this a coincidence, or was Prince tapped into a frequency that the rest of us can't hear? He repeatedly warned of a new world order, of manufactured events and media manipulation, weaving his messages into his lyrics and interviews. He wasn't just making music, he was delivering sermons trying to awaken a sleeping populace. Then, on April 21st, 2016, the music stopped. The official cause of death was an accidental overdose of fentanyl. But for those who had been listening, accidental was the last word that came to mind. Just days before his death, his private jet made an emergency landing after he reportedly lost consciousness. He was treated and released, but the incident was a dark omen. How does a man who was famously clean, a devout Jehovah's Witness who abstained from drugs and alcohol for decades, accidentally overdose on one of the most powerful opioids in existence? The conspiracy theory wrote itself. The prophet had become too loud. He was a threat to the established order. A man who knew too much and was willing to speak. Was his death a tragic accident, or was it the final, brutal act of censorship against a voice they could no longer control? The answer may lie locked away in his legendary vault at Paisley Park, said to contain thousands of hours of unreleased music, a testament to his genius, and perhaps the final truths he never got to tell.